fucking record.
It's recording.
Oh my
Welcome
gosh.
to In Full Frame, where we're gonna shoot ourselves by the end of the night.
I hope with a camera.
With a camera.
How do we know it's? Oh, it's here.
I saw the project.
Okay, so
file.
You're the editor, so-
James is very passionate about the A7S3 and fucking kicked the shit out of the box. And now we have to maybe
I have to
restart.
move
This
my
is a
knees.
soft reboot just in case everything's gone. Welcome back to In Full Frame. I'm Cole Michael. This is James Forrest.
Yes, sir.
Right now we're combating Elliot because he hates S-Log 3, which yes, S-Log 3, it doesn't look the greatest, but it is an industry
But it's not
standard.
bad.
So let's hear why you don't like it.
Okay.
Apple log better.
Dude, I can shoot better log on my phone. What the fuck? Like, that sucks. First off, everything being here is shot on Fuji anyways, so you guys are glazing the wrong shit because you don't even have the fucking camera. Second off, the fucking S-Log 3 fucking sucks dick, and James is like, oh, bro, 10, 20 megapixel. No, dude.
10-bit color.
10-bit color my ass.
S-Log
doesn't
3
matter, you
is
suck,
literally
bro.
fine if you
Shit,
expose
That's
for
the same
it.
thing Fuji
Okay,
shoots.
Wait,
Elliot.
Fuji's 10-bit.
Mylan has it.
Counterpoint.
Oh, hi, Mylan.
Hi, Mylan.
Bus Boys was shot on S-Log.
Oh, that's so true.
Cole, talk about your stupid FX3 and why you're gonna buy a stupid camera.
James, you don't have to talking marker.
So, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the
I'll mute
FX3, and I will explain this very simply, okay? One, I don't have a lot of friends, so having recording lights.
Oh my god!
So having the ready lights and whatnot all around the camera are very
That is
helpful
very true,
for
that
someone
is
like
very
me. The other thing that I really do like about the FX3 is one, the dynamic range is good. So I don't know what Elliot's yapping about. It's great. And then the autofocus, Fuji guys will cope when it comes to the autofocus.
That's true. Fuji does
iBiz is infinitely better.
Real.
I mean,
real.
like it's
That's
not
the
even
A7S
comparable.
III too.
Yeah, and so. Yeah, I really don't know what to tell you because if you're doing dock shooting, if you're doing run and gun, the rolling shutter is also better on the FX3. I mean, like if you're really gonna do all that, if you're gonna shoot low light, if you want something for dock, if you want something that works for narrative, why would you buy an X2HS, right? Because I've never seen Elliot take photos on it a single time. So why'd he buy a hybrid shooter? Just saying. Because yeah, the X2HS is great, but when have you ever taken photos on it? Just saying.
Let's look at the specs, and let's look at why you're fucking stupid. Okay?
Okay, how many times do you actually need to shoot open gate 6K? Just curious.
Anytime. You can shoot Open Gate 6K anytime in every
I mean,
shoot.
maybe
Are we
if you
shooting Open Gate 6K right now?
Why would I shoot at Open Gate 6K?
Oh, why would you? You're right.
Because it's a podcast.
We all know the real reason you bought the X2HS.
What is
because
it?
You wanted to be different.
It's not different. I actually just like the camera.
And I could still pay 1,000 less and get more.
In Fuji?
Yes.
In
What do you get more?
Tell
You
me how
can
you
rig
get
it
more.
out 100% more. Plus, I get way more.
How-
I get
how-
6K.
wait,
No,
You
no,
don't
stop
get
that. How
6K.
do you? What do you mean?
But how
you
often
rig
do
it
you
out
need
more?
6K?
What do you mean you rig it out more?
I can get more lenses than you. I could put that other 1,000. I could put towards a lens.
Hold on, that's a horrible take.
What?
That's actually
That is a bad take.
There is not more X mount manufacturers than there are.
I'm not talking about X mount. First off, if you're
Then
getting a
what's your
Fuji,
take?
you're not
What's your
getting.
take? What's your take?
You could get a speed booster, and then you could be literally
Speed
the same
booster does
thing.
not compare to
And
full
now
frame.
we're getting
But then
close
it's the
to
same
FX3
thing and it's better.
pricing.
No,
You
it's
guys
not
are
the same
retarded.
thing.
It's the same
Oh,
thing.
It's
It's
not
better.
the same thing.
It is. It is.
Guys, what you need to realize here is that Elliot is actually professional and he requires 6K every time. So.
First off,
How often
I
do
wouldn't
you
even
shoot
shoot.
6K?
First off, I'm not even shooting on that camera when I'm doing any professional work. So I
What do
guess you could.
What
shoot
are a
on
lot
the
of your
FX3.
story told videos shot on?
They're shot. No, one of them was shot in FX3, but that was because I
And
didn't.
it was the best one. And it was the best one.
I'm glad you liked it.
It was
But I wasn't
literally,
the
it was
DP.
literally made for the most famous person they've done work for.
I was
as well.
director.
To all of you at home, Elliot Ferris is one of the founders of
Oh, I didn't have the
Storytolds,
camera at the time, though. So
editing
I
and
probably would've shot
DP
You weren't
production
gonna be
company.
Japan either way.
What are you talking about?
You're welcome, James.
The hybrid shooter tier list, that is the best hybrid shooter.
It's the best.
Yes.
And you cannot deny that that is not the best
It
hybrid
is the
shooter.
best hybrid shooter. It is. It is.
Besides the Sony
You
Alpha.
forget
Okay,
one
James-
key
James has- yeah.
factor.
The
What?
A1
It's not full
Mark
frame.
II. Oh. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Full frame versus
APS-C.
excuse me. Full
Full
frame.
frame versus close burping.
I would
Which is
not. I
better?
would not inhale anything right now. 'Cause
Oh my
the air-
god! Oh no!
Oh my god.
I went to a Chinese buffet earlier. Anyways,
Let it all out.
so guys, let's be nice.
Okay,
So
sorry.
APS-C versus full frame. James, why do you like full frame so much?
APS-C versus full frame doesn't matter if you're going to shoot in broad daylight or if you're going to always have very well lit conditions or if you're not planning to crop in on your video. Yes.
Okay, explain.
Unless well, it depends on the sensor. Because the megapixel count is for cropping.
Where's the
Right,
marker?
but typically the full frame sensor.
Where's the-
Sorry, has the talking marker.
Hey, that's Maria.
Oh, Maria. Yeah, Maria, why do you have the talking marker and what are you drawing?
Look at this.
I just pick it up from the floor.
Okay,
It was
so
on the floor. I pick
we
it up.
The-
That's it.
okay, full frame
I
is
was
more
like,
light,
maybe you have a book
more
bag
light,
with you right
more
now.
depth of field.
Don't say crop in though, because that's not always true.
You're right. That is not
Because-
always true.
Because there are a lot of APS-C sensors who do shoot higher resolution than full frame counterpart.
That is true. It depends
Example,
on the camera you get.
FX30, FX3, higher resolution on the FX30.
That is true.
So, I mean, that would be better for cropping in post.
Okay,
Right.
so
But if if the megapixel is the same between an APS-C lens or sensor versus a full frame sensor, cropping it on the full frame would look better.
So yeah, Fujifilm I think has 2 good cameras. 3, 4.
No, literally only like 2.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd
2.
say 2.
No, the XM5 is very good.
XM5
Best
and
market
XH2S
value
are the
camera.
only 2 cameras I'd say
Which-
that are the good Fuji cameras.
Okay,
GFX Eterna though.
which is still part of our APS-C conversation. I feel like budget-wise, APS-C is way better. If
Yes,
you're a college
I agree.
student, if you're
I
a
agree.
beginner filmmaker looking to get into filmmaking,
I agree.
definitely get APS-C purely for the fact that you can get a set of cine lenses for $600. You can get the camera for $800. You have rigged camera under $2,500.
Yeah, and you're
That is true.
you know you're
But-
trying. Well, if you're trying with APS-C lenses, they're cheap,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and they're really good. You know, like, and you don't have to go be like that.
Unless
They
You
also
don't-
weigh
You
less.
don't have to be that dude that has that fucking lens right there, the 28 to 70. Okay, you don't
So
have to
big.
be that guy. Okay,
It's good. It's very good,
it's
by the way.
It is a very
it's a
good
good
lens.
lens,
The camera.
that is a very good lens.
but it's the price of the fucking
is so
camera.
much.
Well,
And
that's why I
everybody
wouldn't
has
buy
it.
that. That's why I wouldn't buy that.
Well, what full frame lens do you
Yeah, what
enjoy?
full
I have not
lens.
researched lenses very much.
And that is why I can tell that you
no,
like
no.
full frame.
No. But I have
Full
seen
frame.
you can buy them. You can buy them used, which you should buy everything used. For
Debatable. Ask Elliot about buying
Okay, but look at
used.
this lens. It's 50 millimeter 1.8. It's only $200.
yeah, that's not bad.
I have that lens. It's great.
It is
I mean, the
great.
autofocus is very horrible, but
Well, don't use
everything else is
autofocus.
James, since you love full frame so much, we have a picture here that shows what you would look like. This is you. You actually became one with the full frame. So James, this is for you to keep. You can put that in your wall.
I'm putting this up in my dorm. I hope
There you go.
I rep.
But don't worry, there's more to come. Whoever has any more bad takes, I got plenty for everyone.
So
Speaking of bad takes,
Paxton.
Paxton.
let's talk about the Lumix in the room, everyone.
All right, Lumix.
No, go. You have the floor. Go for
All
it.
right,
I
go
want
for
to hear
it.
you out. We want to hear
We,
you
we
out.
will hold on. We will not make a comment until you
Wait
allow
until
us to
after.
engage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait
Okay.
until-
let's-
Okay.
He took notes. He took notes.
I gotta remember why this camera's good too. Okay.
Ooh, I'm still see
What camera are
wondering
we
why.
bringing up? I'll search it.
Okay. So I'm specifically for everyone at home. I'm looking at the Panasonic Lumix S5 8 2X, and
S2X.
it's 2X or it's an 8.
It's an S2X.
He is dyslexic.
That's what I thought. So he told me it was Roman numerals and he was wrong. Anyways, so I really like the look of this camera, both physically and digitally, because it is a digital camera.
Type shit.
So it's $2,000 new, but like James said, you should try to buy used when you can,
on
so you
sale
can
right
get
now.
this a
Can't
lot
buy it
cheaper.
used by it.
It's on sale right now. For the holidays. $1,099.
Wow, what a steal!
$1,999.
Out of stock. That's important to consider.
That-
means people
that
are
is.
buying it.
So this camera has really good resolution and video capabilities for the price you're like looking at. It's got really good low light. Nothing compared to Sony, because Sony is the king of low light. But it is a competitor in this market. It's got a little, I'd say it's about as good as an FX30 in terms of low light. So it's pretty good, not perfect. But why I'm looking at this is because I plan on doing more like video work, not on the fly stuff. So being able to set up like mitigates this. It's got really good. The shutter's good. It doesn't suffer too much rolling shutter. It does, but you have to be like whipping it around really hard to be getting it.
Mechanical or digital?
It is mechanical up to.
It's always mechanical. It's
It can record.
it gets slower at 120.
It gets slower.
It doesn't like.
Yeah, it's mechanical and it'll switch
it
to
limits
electrical
it.
the
It
higher up
limits
you
it.
go.
Okay.
The autofocus is there.
Zuri's
It's
taking
good,
notes.
but again, it's not like Sony. It's not as good as a Sony autofocus. But again, I'm planning on using it more
Are they
for.
playing Hangman? Sorry, my bad. Continue.
I
Sorry.
plan on using it more for. What was I talking about?
We'll talk about why James likes this camera.
Hold on, no. I'm not
No,
done.
no, no.
Let
Why,
Pat-
Okay,
why
this
does James like this camera?
this
James
camera
likes this camera.
can record like in log, which is really cool. It can do 4K RAW, which is also really
Okay.
cool.
That's pretty sick.
For $2,000, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I'm
I don't
just-
know if
I'm
the
adding the plus.
A7S3 does.
I'm just
Does
going over the
it shoot
pluses,
raw
okay?
video?
Because you see, not
but this is
everyone
Nikon
knows
RAW.
about this at
Who
home.
cares? Or it's not Nikon.
Let's see
sorry,
what
it's
else is good
Red
about
RAW.
this.
What else? You know
It's got a very user-friendly menu.
Mhm.
It's weatherproof,
Mhm.
but that's most cameras these
Mhm.
days.
What else is great about it?
Wait, it's
Image
full
stabilization. It's got good image stabilization. Again,
What are the
not
downsides?
perfect, but for
What are
what
the
you're getting for the
downsides?
price, it's pretty good.
What are the downsides? You know?
No.
The
no,
downsides.
What else is
I
good
will.
about it?
Let me
What else
pull
is good about it?
Oh,
What
we're
does
still
James
going
love?
over again?
What does James love about it?
Oh, it's also a full frame.
Yes! Full frame!
Hey, in full frame.
Okay. So yeah, it is full frame, which is also a plus that I like. But again, I agree with Cole here about like the pluses of crop sensors. I think both have their pluses. It depends on the artist, and this artist, being me, wants to use full frame for now, especially with the pluses you get with this.
Mhm.
Okay, but yeah, so the downsides. So
full
it does.
frame.
It is full frame. It is full
That
frame.
is a
That is
There's
true.
plus.
a downside and a plus. It's both.
It is.
It is.
Again, it
Lenses
depends
will
on
be more
preferences.
expensive. However,
Bigger,
for
I-
bigger,
shut up!
clunkier, heavier.
I'm talking.
He's talking.
James is talking now. apparently.
No.
I need a cigarette.
It's not right. It's not right.
Sorry. Can I get beer?
It's
Yeah.
not right.
Yeah.
What about?
So the
I do have a question. I'm sorry.
wait. Let me go into the downsides real quick. Let me
finish.
address.
Let him finish.
There's a lot of talking, and it overstimulates me, and I have like a.
Have the talking.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah, sorry.
So,
Lots of the
like we said, it is a full frame. That does have its downsides, but again, it's a preference thing. It's got good color, but again, it's nothing compared to the giant that is Sony, and I'd say even like Fujifilm probably has better coloring than it. But again, it's still got. It's got really, really good color
so
as
it's-
well.
All right. So
And a
it's
big part of
14
that.
stops
And
for
but the
that.
thing is,
How do you
it does
restrict
have rolling shutter. It does
14 plus.
exist.
That exists on any
And
camera.
is no
that's
sp-
not
yeah.
durable. Any
What a-
camera for that price.
You were kind of getting into this before I interrupted you. It's an L mount, and it only uses lenses made by Panasonic, and
Sigma.
that go with it as well. So that can include like Sigma. So if you want to use other lenses, you're gonna have to get an adapter. So that's kind of sad. Yeah, I mean but you know, it's the little stuff that adds up, and then you're broke and having to sell your
It's
kidneys.
actually an incredibly good point.
Thank you.
honestly.
Other down points. There's some other downsides to it. It doesn't have.
You said what?
As a fan.
It does have
I'm
a
not
fan.
It does have a fan. That is true. It
Yeah.
it gets compared with the GH7 a lot. The GH7 I'd say would be a lot better choice for like on the
You
on
can
the.
record externally SSD.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
External
That is
SSD
really
recording.
good.
Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. There are some other
Chango
noticeable
boom.
downsides. Chango boom. Using the Lumix, the train will not go boom unless you set up for it to go boom.
See, but some people hate Panasonics.
That's true. And again, it's
So
a
some
preference
people,
thing.
the train does go boom.
No, the train does not go.
Okay, but let's think. Okay, you can't just hate a camera because of its brand.
That's true.
You have to look
That's
at
the thing.
what
Like
it does.
you're getting a lot of
Amen.
pluses
Amen.
for not as much as the price is like a Sony because
Amen.
you're not buying mainline like the big Sony and other companies. Yes, Cole Walmer.
I do have a comment. A huge thing to consider, especially when you are looking for a new camera, and a big thing to consider is that just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean it isn't good. Like Fuji, Panasonic, among other brands, are actually have incredible offerings. The big thing is Sony advertises harder and more than any of those brands. So one of the reasons there is so much like Sony hype, I was just doing research on this like earlier, is that they advertise a lot, and so does Canon, and that is the big thing that they have over cameras like Nikon, Panasonic, and all that is they advertise more.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Like, but Sony does have a lot of merit. Like again, they have probably the best autofocus out there right now. And color,
Low light.
and low light.
Sony,
but
is for low light.
that's
Yep.
why like
Apple has better.
Panasonic won't hold up to Sony in that matter. But again, you're not paying as much for the like same cameras you'd be getting.
Where does that come from? Anyways,
So what other comments did you guys have?
Mylon, take it.
I don't know if I'll be able to answer
Well,
because I don't even know what I'm talking
I
about.
want to comment about the lenses because while it is harder to find those lenses because of the L mount, it is still an open system. So Sigma and Tamron still make like third-party
True.
lens
Mount, is
companies
it L?
still make
L mount.
the L mount. Unlike Canon, what is just a closed ecosystem, and only Canon makes Canon lenses, which sucks.
That's true. And
that
that's
is a
why
big turnoff.
the adapter's nice because you can just get an adapter.
Yeah,
and, be
and the
happy.
adapters are nice.
Adapter's pretty
Yeah,
cheap.
okay, so it's about $160.
That's
But
so
that is
dumb.
one of the
That's
downsides
what
of.
Unlocking EF.
I'd say
It's gonna be more
one of the
expensive.
big downsides is the autofocus is not great on the Lumix.
Well, don't shoot autofocus.
That's what I'm
Be a
saying. But,
man.
like
Why
for
does
me, I
everyone say
plan
that?
on rack
You
focusing.
literally plan on doing dock shoots, and you always say don't shoot autofocus, but like
Autofocus
will
is a big.
Be important for a
Yeah.
documentary
exactly,
shooter?
like you were very
That's the thing,
contradictory.
it's
Wait,
very
who
in
said I'm a
statements.
documentary shooter?
You.
Rock Doc.
You told us that's why you need a full frame.
And aren't you taking
No.
a documentary
You've told us that
class?
before.
No, I want a full frame for the low light.
James, didn't
What?
you say that you're
Why do you
bored
need
of
good low light?
documentaries?
What?
Yeah.
To me, you said you were bored of documentaries. You were like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm ready
I
for
want to do
fiction.
more. I want to do more fiction, more
Yeah.
narrative stuff. Yeah.
Then you would
Yeah.
be fine with an APS-C because you're always going to be shooting in
That's
control.
why I
okay,
say
but
I
I
like
also hear me out. I also want to do photography. I want to shoot. I want to do a photography shooter.
Wait.
And low light. I want to do a lot of low light stuff.
XM5.
Wait,
for
does-
Fuji
how many-
XM5.
No.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No.
How many
the XM5
megapixels did your
We're not on the,
The
XM5.
XM5.
A7S?
Whoa!
We are not on
12.
the XM5.
12.
But that
Check this out, guys.
it sacrifices the
Check
12
this out.
megapixels to make the video
Panasonic.
better.
Marker it, Elliot.
I
Elliot
think
needs
it's
some
got.
marker.
That's right. 24.2.
But because it
megapixels.
has lower megapixels, it gets more low light. The low light is infinitely better for video. And so for video purposes, it's better to have the lower megapixel count to an extent.
That's
And
true.
12,
That is true.
12 megapixels is still good for photography. You can still
Okay,
print.
he's got the
can
talking
still
marker. I'm
print.
gonna have to cut you off.
I know
there.
he's gonna say something crazy.
12 megapixels is not good for photography.
So, James-
Photographer
It is.
here.
It
That is
is.
a horrible.
It is
That
a
is a
horrible.
horrible.
12 is not.
Okay,
James.
marker.
I understand. Okay. Why the fuck are you shooting full frame photography? And you can respond to that later.
No, it's a hybrid. I want to do both.
Okay.
He said respond
Okay,
to that later.
so-
Let him finish.
Okay.
So okay for. So for APS-C camera will do everything you want and better. I'm just saying this, dude. You don't need full frame for my camera's perfect for you, bro. No, just take it off me at this point. Holy shit! You want a camera that can shoot really good in low light, and it's not like this thing is good in low light. Okay,
How good?
as good as you
Give me-
want because guess what?
As good as I want.
There's this thing called, guess what?
got
AID noise. Oh
I don't-
my god! And then guess what? It's the
AID
same
noise.
thing.
Okay, no, I have used it.
It's the same
no,
thing.
No.
Yes.
It looks fake. It doesn't
Okay, 'cause
look as
you're
good.
not using
No,
a
no,
good
no, no, no.
AI.
No.
Okay, let's not.
Adobe.
Let's not talk about
Adobe's.
editing tools. We
Okay,
need to talk
okay,
about
okay.
raw capture.
You want raw camera. That thing, it's still pretty good low light. I shoot concerts on that thing.
Is it dual
as long
ISO?
as you have a
it
bit
dual
of light.
ISO?
Dude, no, it's not
No,
dual ISO.
because hold on,
It's
I
not
was
dual
gonna make
ISO.
it. Dual
It's
ISO
not.
is incredibly overrated. I just want to
No,
say 90.
no,
pipe
no.
down. 90% of cameras with dual
No.
ISO don't actually delete the noise at the second ISO base. Just saying, the FX3 and the A7S3 are the only examples that I can think of in the FX6 of it actually being like perfect.
No.
The maximum amount of ISO you will
No.
ever shoot on comfortably is around like 4,000, to be fair. And even
No.
then, it's gonna be grainy. Because it's not
No.
dual ISO.
Dude,
You
shooting.
don't need.
Okay. Let's
Did
consider
you-
this as well. If you're taking pictures and you don't have light, your pictures are cooked in the first
To be
place.
fair, yeah, you want to shoot
That's
photos.
why the dual ISO is.
This thing is.
But you should. What I'm saying is
Wait, what?
that's why there's dual ISO. You should not be relying on dual ISO for your pictures to look good.
Yeah, so
That
James,
is real. That is real.
You should be taking
In
pictures in a controlled
every single
environment.
Which is why, you
not
know what helps
video.
get more light? A full frame!
James, in every single scenario you have talked about, it's controlled. There's no reason that you need dual ISO. There's no reason that
I
you
just
need a
found
full
something
frame
out.
because you always can have more light.
Paxton just
First
found
off,
something
it's the
out.
day you have plenty of light. If you're
At
shooting
night?
inside, okay. First off, fuck full frame. We have the opportunity to get the fucking 1200D right across the hall for free. Anytime.
And like 3 600Ds.
We have
like 80
six-
keynotes.
We have 6 of every light at this fucking planet. Why
Yeah,
do you need
yeah.
a full frame? You don't even need to spend that much.
Mics we yell too loud.
Like, oh my god, we have.
No,
James,
we haven't peaked any.
Don't
James,
take his
James,
word for that. There's still a
please, bro,
chance.
please just get an XH2S, bro.
or an
Just
XF5.
anything. Just anything else.
The Canon M50 is not bad because it's APS-C. It's bad because it's 30 years old. It's been replaced by 3 other cameras.
The Canon M50. I was showing Ben this. I was
Yeah?
showing footage of Ben
Oh,
of
yeah.
something I shot with the kit lens in the M50,
Lumix can
and
do
it was so
6K.
out of focus.
Oh yeah, it
It
was
was-
bad.
The Lumix can do 6K.
The Lumix update. The Lumix can do 6K, guys.
Guys, update.
Is it open gate?
It's open gate. It's not real 6K. It's open gate 6K.
It's still 6K.
No, that's not. No, it's 6K because you're
X2HS
you're
is-
counting the
yeah,
pixels
6.2K
vertically and
open
horizontally.
gate on the
The
X2HS.
horizontal pixels is the same as normal
Full
4K. You just get more
frame,
horizontal.
6K,
3.2.
30p
3.2
recording with
Exactly.
4 to
That's why
2.0
6K.
to 10
It's not
bit
6K, it's
exposure.
16 by 9.
is correct.
I'm
It's
not seeing this open gate stuff on the website.
It's definitely. I literally saw it when we were talking
I
about.
literally fucking saw it.
All right, let's see
okay?
proof.
Can we get the proof?
Yes.
pull it up.
It's in the pudding.
I literally just saw it. It's literally right here.
It's in the P&H.
Oh,
Flat 6K open gate recording right here.
Oh.
Can I see? Can we
Well,
highlight
it's
that?
fine. It's literally
Can
fine.
I highlight
Open
that?
gate-
It's
Unlimited
highlighted.
recording.
It's
Open-
still 4K. It's
Open
fine.
gate is fine. It's fine.
It is fine.
Open
Oh,
gate's
wait,
good.
okay, Mylan.
It's pretty.
Say what's so
I'd
bad
say
about
it's
open gate?
comparable to the X2HS.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying
It's
anything's
a-
bad about
that
open
camera-
Gate.
Hey, Mylan has the marker. Talk about
I'm
open
not.
gate.
You're asking about what I'm talking about? Open gate. Open gate.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it can be misleading because open gate 6K is not the same as 16 by 9 6K.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
6K is the total pixels.
Correct.
But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I'm
Because you
just.
can just crop it in.
It just. But then it's 4K when you crop it in. But it's like it's just misleading advertising.
I disagree with Mylan about it being misleading. Everyone knows that is what
all
open
true, though.
gate is. Okay.
I mean, if
It
you're
does
spending
say
this
it
much on a
crops
camera, you
into
should.
the.
But what I'm saying is like, see, Paxton. What I'm saying is
42.
Paxton thinks it's native 6K. It's not.
Oh, okay, that's true.
It's
because
a-
it is cropping in.
It's a 4 by 3 6K.
No, I
it's
knew
not
it
a
cropped
16
in.
by 9
What do you mean?
6K.
I literally was reading about what it cropped into.
Never mind. Never mind.
Well, originally you thought it was a 6K camera. It's not. It's a 4K camera,
No,
but you can
yeah,
go higher.
it is a
and
4K, but
you
you
can go
can get
higher
it to 6K.
with your aspect ratio, turning it into
Yeah.
6K. But when you crop it back to 16 by 9, it's going to be 4K again.
Yeah.
Once you crop out those pixels.
I know. Yeah. That's why I read off that it crops in.
It was so cooked, bro. This
But you
sucks.
said it was 6K, raw, just straight
I
up.
said 6. No, I said
I think
it
it's
shoots
time
in
to pull this
6K, and then I read that
Wait, which
in
one?
order
That
to
was
do that,
open
it
gate.
crops in, and it
Okay,
can only do it up to
okay.
30.
Is that what it's like?
Let's be
currently?
nice. So,
Mylan just doesn't like us to finish sentences, so he can sound smart.
Give this to him.
yeah, give that. Show Mylan. Show Mylan.
Crash out Mylan.
Oh my god.
Wait, he hasn't seen it yet. Put it down. Put it down before. Okay, so
Here's a little
everyone.
sneak peek for the audience.
So no, I did. So Mylan is being kind of an idiot right now, being kind of a downer per usual. We were just trying to talk about the Panasonic and the S5's, versatility as a camera, versatility, whatever. I don't know the word.
We're kind of all over.
Anyways, so to punish Mylan for this evil transgression,
We will not be showing Happy Mylan.
Oh. Who is that creature?
we will be showing
the
evil
creature
Mylan.
We'll be showing Evil Mylan.
Wow. That's me. That's me when I'm evil.
Evil Mylan be like,
The creature himself.
Me when somebody says 6K OpenGate is native 6K, it's not.
Yeah, I said 6K, but I never said it was native.
That is
That's
true.
me.
That's true. That's true.
I was going into how it crops
You can give
in
this
and
to
how
Mylan.
That's true.
it's only
Like
on
2
limited
weeks
settings,
ago-
but then Mylan wanted to be smart.
2 weeks ago, we talked
I
about how
bought
it
you
was
a Wendy's
OpenK.
Frosty, and this is how you treat me.
I'm
Oh,
just no. I'm not trying to be
shit.
rude. I'm just trying to make sure you understand.
I
that
understand.
It's not
Tell the
a
audience.
16
Tell the
by
audience.
9.
He
Tell the
understands.
audience.
Tell the
Yeah.
audience.
I think it's
To
all
the
over the
audience.
screen.
I've done a lot of
There's
research
nothing
in
wrong
this
with
camera.
6K,
That's
I'm
why
just
I
trying
have
to
to
explain.
keep looking it up.
Trying to explain. That's all.
Okay, so aside from that little tangent, I think, and this might be a bad take, I think the S5, honestly, is comparable to the X2HS, except for being full frame.
The what?
The X2HS.
What's comparable?
I would say it's better than the XH2S.
Because it's full frame.
No, genuinely.
The
Because the
X2S.
XH2S
It's comparable to-
The S5.
Okay. That's not just.
It's,
has
yeah,
a lot
the-
of settings. Elliot.
Can we
No,
wait?
that
Can we go
log-
back 20 seconds? What did you say? Because
I said I think
Let's
I think
clarify.
Paxton's camera, the Lumix that he's looking at,
Mhm.
is better than the XH2S from my research that I've done. Because the XH2S has a lot of features. No, not because it's full frame. The XH2S for what Paxton would want. He wouldn't want the XH2S because it's more of a beginner vlog style camera. From what I could tell, it has a lot of dials and stuff that are what? Are you going to cry? What?
This camera's cheap.
It is
That's what I'm saying. It's good for
It's
the
cheap.
price. That's the whole thing I like about it.
My
You're
camera's
getting a
$100
lot
more.
for the
Yeah,
price.
they're literally the same price.
It's the same price.
That's why I said they're comparable.
I mean, you are paying around the same amount.
Oh, it's
There.
oh,
You're paying around the same amount for a full frame sensor, which
Why'd
you
you write
could,
the XT4?
you could
freaking
nerd out
idiot?
about.
It's $200 more at the least.
200 more at the least.
It all comes down to preference, guys. What does the artist want with
That's
their
true.
camera?
Does yours record as on external?
Because in the wise words of Cole Michael,
Pretty sure it can.
if you're getting any camera
USB-C
over
on there.
$1,000, it's gonna be good.
James disagrees with that logic.
No, I think it'll be good, but I think that you should do your research on what you want to buy, so you don't
True.
get something that's better for something else than what you want to do.
To be fair,
Like
though,
you should do your research and know,
Yeah.
like, oh, if I have $1,000, I want to buy a video camera. You shouldn't go buy a camera that's good for photography.
Correct.
You should
Yeah.
do your research.
That's what we're
But
saying.
no, but if you have $1,000 and you buy a camera, it's going to be good.
Can the Panasonic?
what
do-
is the Panasonic's log? Isn't it Nikon?
It's N-Log.
Is it-
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
No, it isn't.
So you're
No, it isn't.
is N-Log.
It's not.
I don't
Are
think
you
it's,
sure?
No,
Oh.
it's not N-Log. It's
It's not.
I think it's
it-
V-Log.
no, yeah, it's-
I know.
It's a
So,
different
like,
log.
P-Log?
It isn't.
Is it like P-Log or something?
No, it isn't. It's
I think
It's
it's
V-Log.
V-Log.
L-Log?
I
Yeah,
think it is
V-Log.
V-
It is
no,
V-Log.
let's see.
It's Vlog. All right, so let me tell you right now.
What is Vlog bad?
People
It's-
don't like Vlog.
It's hard as fuck to grade Vlog. Like you literally.
Is it hard to expose for as well?
It's hard to do everything for. It's just a very hard log to use. It's not bad. No logs are really bad because S log is fine as well, but it sucks. I just like the colors on it. It just fucking sucks because you can't. You have to literally sit there on your ass for 4 hours just to color one fucking clip. It's not fun, especially if your shooter's fucking ass and you get shit. This has happened before.
I think it does come down also to the shooter because if you don't know how to expose for the certain log you're
You're
trying
cooked.
to shoot in, you are
That is
cooked.
correct.
And then the colorist is having a horrible day.
To be fair, Vlog is fucking bad. It's not good to work with. And that's why I'm gonna go back to F-Log, okay, guys? Because F-Log is fucking great. You can pull it in good ways, and it
looks great.
It's so good to work with, so great. The colors are vibrant, and you get that. I mean, to be fair, it's $200 more. $200 more, but, and you're like, oh no, it's not full frame. Once again, full frame doesn't matter. I don't even care about that. That doesn't matter. That does not make or break a camera, okay? You're actually saving more money, to be fair.
You are saving money. You are saving
And
You're
money.
weight,
saving
and
money.
weight, and space in
Yeah.
your bag,
Yeah.
so you can bring one or
You're-
two more lenses.
But you're sacrificing light, and you're sacrificing
Light that we
depth
have
of
an
field.
abundance
Yeah,
of.
it uses
And you're-
V-Log.
That we have an abundance of.
True, but in certain situations you won't always.
James, please.
If I go home-
FX30
if I
low
go
light
home-
video,
You go
it's
home?
not that bad.
If I go home,
You go
I don't
home.
have access to all the Kelvin lights.
Okay.
I don't have access to any film lights really. I mean, I could buy some cheap ones.
So
I
you're gonna
probably
shoot
will
in the
buy
fucking
some.
dark.
renting,
Well, I like shooting at night. I like night shoots. They look cool.
renting
You
lights.
need some sort of light to
You do.
shoot anything.
You do. Well, correct. Full frame will pick up more light when there's
Just get
less
an
light.
aperture mini.
That's.
That is a
that-
good take. That is
actually-
a good take. No, that is a good
Did you
take.
say that's a bad?
There's
take?
this thing called Timu.
Hold
Oh
on.
lord.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
Lord.
that style of light. You
Mileage
can
got
get the off-brand ones.
Here's
They
the
work
bad
just
take
as good.
that I have
Yeah.
to do with the mini light. where are you holding it? Like, are you just gonna hold it yourself?
You can mount them to your
Hot shoe
camera.
mount to
yeah,
your
shoe
right,
mount to your
correct.
camera.
But
They're
then-
magnetic as well. Mylan's being
It
kind of an
depends
idiot.
on what you're trying to
no,
do.
I'm
Like, if
getting
you're trying to take a
somewhere 'cause you're cutting me
picture,
off. I'm getting somewhere because you're cutting me off.
how does
him
it
off.
feel to get a taste of your own medicine?
I knew this would be a great idea to bring.
Those were fire.
Okay.
We have one more.
But
No,
wait,
don't
wait,
reveal
wait.
ideas.
Mylan, continue. I
So-
want to hear that.
So, are you telling me that if you put your light directly above your camera and you're pointing it at your subject,
Ooh,
and that's your only
shut
source of light, it's going to look good? It's going
No.
to
It's
look
depending on what you're trying to
trash.
do.
It's gonna
Because
look
you can
trash.
punt them in different spots.
if your if your fill light is your only light and it's directly on top of your camera and it's this big,
What kind of
going to look
situation
like
are you
trash.
trying to get into?
what I'm
where,
trying to
like-
say is the Aperture Mini, if that's the only light source, it's going to suck. It's only good in conjunction with
Well,
other lights.
Yeah, but you don't
Depends
need
on
a
the
bunch.
situation.
You don't need a bunch
not-
of
that's
like
not inherently
fancy
true either.
aperture lights. You can use like room lighting and then use aperture minis to get what you want
Okay,
on
so
top
now
of that.
we're not in the dark anymore.
No, how often do you shoot in just a pitch black room with
Well,
no
James
light?
apparently
James
is
is-
saying he wants to
James-
do that.
yeah.
So
Oh.
No, I'm talking about like if you do street,
Right.
street
Did you
photography.
watch
If
Phase
you're doing
One?
street photography at night,
There's a thing called the sun.
If you take pictures of people at night, they're gonna be like, "Who is this man? Why are you taking pictures of me? Who are you taking pictures of at night?
not
Hey,
people,
hey.
not people.
This guy, stay away from him, ladies."
Buddy.
No, but what do you want to do? Like that's what I guess that's what
You.
we're
We're
trying to.
confused.
We want to know why you want a full frame so badly, and we want just like we're not hating because I think
Y'all are haters.
I
no,
think
no, no, no.
Elliot's hating.
Okay,
Elliot is hating.
Only a little bit.
I think. I think no, but on a serious note, I
Yeah.
think that this is important
On a
for the
serious
audience because there is this huge stigmatism, especially lately, about having to own a full frame, especially when Sony has such good budget options like the A7 III that are full frame.
You're right.
And it's more like I just feel like there's a lot of people who overlook the concept of the APS-C sensor because of takes like
You're right.
yours. So I think for the people at home, why do you want a full frame? And if you can convince us, we'll never make fun of you ever again. But if you can't, go buy the Fuji X2HS.
For those at home,
It's fine.
for those at home, Cole is right. APS-C sensors are not bad. I'm not saying that. They are cheaper. They're more affordable, and you can compensate
thing
with more
twice.
light. You can compensate with more light. However, full frame sensors gather more light. They have a better depth of field.
That is actually true.
That is true. It's a more I don't want to say like professional level camera, but it's definitely a next level and especially for the price. For the price, I feel like
Ari Alexa
it's
35.
worth for the price. I feel like it's worth the money,
Guys, aren't the Reds
especially when the
That we
A7S III
should
comes
do.
with a dual ISO. It comes with 10-bit color. It comes with 4K, 120 frames per second mechanical shutter, so no rolling shutter issues.
Yep.
And it shoots 16-bit RAW externally, which is pretty insane. Pretty good color.
You're talking about a camera right now. We asked why you need full frame in general.
Yeah, because I want to buy this camera that's full frame.
But you, never mind.
And I
sorry.
did. I segued.
Okay, it's
I'll
okay.
give it to
No,
you.
you're
Yeah.
good. You're good. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, but that's about it. That's just where I was going.
Okay.
That's where I was going for
and
the
it
camera I
has all
want to
these
buy.
This is
features
how they do a
and it costs
filibuster
$1,000
on
more.
Congress floors.
Yeah.
For the good ending, guys,
Good ending.
viewers, audience, my friends around me that have joined us for this podcast. It doesn't matter, okay? Get what you want, get what you desire. It's use case based, okay? What you want, what you think you need, buy that. You're going to make the money back anyways, unless you suck, then you won't. But for the most part, this is a genuine, for the most part, a lucrative business, okay? Camera work. So buy what you want, play around, get the camera in your hands. If it needs to be an APS-C, if it needs to be a full frame, just get a camera and fuck around. Don't be like Mylan and get no shoots ever, because that would be bad. Just so it really doesn't matter, okay? James, if you want to get the A7S III, I literally can't hate on you at all because I'm buying the same camera except for cinema based. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I just let's just agree to all agree. And in this world, this echo chamber, nothing can be wrong.
We have to remember that photography and video work, all of this, it's an art. And artists use different palettes. Some use crayons, when starting out. Some use watercolors, some use oils. And it's the same with cameras. It just depends on what we're looking for, what the artist wants to use. And that's okay, because you can make, like we said, if it's over $1,000, it's a good camera, you can make it work.
Thank you so much for a good podcast. It was, I think, good conversation.
I think it was a good
I
discussion.
think overall,
We didn't kill each other.
very beneficial, and I think I had a lot of fun. Like, I'm sad that we're wrapping, but it's
I am
cool.
too.
It's late. I gotta
Overall-
go play Rainbow Six Siege.
It was a very good pilot with more to come. Movie reviews, our own work.
Yeah, coming up.
In
The
full
channel
frame.
name, In Full Frame. Check us out on YouTube. Like,
God.
subscribe.
That name sucks.
And you can see some of the content.
In APS-C, medium format, large format sensor, camera, lens, Super 35,
Super
4K, open gate
Moving
6K,
on.
12K, Super 30. Sorry, I'm done.
Anyways, Elliot has a presentation for us.
This
Yeah.
actually works now because Cole pissed me off. Mr. Beast Cole. It's underdeveloped. I don't know what happened. It broke
Yeah, the
in
bottom of
better-
the image is green.
It honestly,
But
it adds to
It
it.
adds to it. This is Mr. Beast Cole.
He looks like,
This looks like he has a golfer
the
shirt
Blues
on.
Clues guy. The shirt, the Blues Clues
So
guy.
Cole,
Yeah.
you can take this one.